chosen. What will you become?
Welcome back, Exiles. Well, it has been a minute. All right, so you know that I've been without PlayStation Plus for a while. Well, a couple days ago, the Minecraft movie tie-in event, we went the first, and I say we, my youngest is the one who's playing it, went the first 3, 4 days or something like that without needing PlayStation Plus, and then all of a sudden, you need PlayStation Plus to continue the event. And I would like to give that opportunity to her. So I dropped. That's pretty much all I was going to do it for, was just so that, she could finish playing the event and enjoy herself with, with the activity. I have no intention in using PlayStation Plus to play any Iron Banner, which is out this week. I have totally lost all interest in most of Destiny, believe it or not. I'm just waiting out to see what Codename Frontiers brings to the game. And if it is something that is truly interesting, enticing, if there's a lot of fundamentally mechanical differences and improvements in the game's function and playability, I will most likely jump in that. Now, Conan Exiles is a game that I can play offline without the need of internet connection. Well, I still need an internet connection to validate my disc. Funcom did that because there were some scammers who basically cracked the game a few years ago when they released the game on PlayStation 4 4 years ago, I think, 5 years ago. It was pre-COVID, so 6 years ago, right? No, really? Has it been that long? Holy shit! I think it has. Anyway, in May, and I played it, and then a year later in May they released it for free to play for a weekend or a month or something like that, and everybody got in and got to play it. Now you can access it for free, I think, with PlayStation Plus. But needless to say, they do want you to have the disc, the physical disc, or some purchased copy to. It's complicated. It's weird. I don't know why they did this. I don't know if they still do it. Obviously, you saw I needed to sign it. But point being is that when my PlayStation Plus expired, about a month ago, 2 months ago, February, right? I think it was February. I told some buddies of mine that I used to play with as a clan on another server. I said, hey, you guys are still coming to 3832. I think that's what it is. And by the way, if you want to, my base is going to decay in about a week or so. You're welcome to anything that's inside. So I have no more PlayStation Plus. I don't plan to come back. I will keep my character on the server in case something comes up and I get PlayStation Plus again, and I will just fart off and play somewhere else. I don't care. The cool thing about Conan Exiles is that you might lose all your loot, you might lose all your followers, you might lose your land claim, but you still have your recipes. Unless they do a major revamp of the skill points or the recipes in general, it's only happened like 3 times in the history of the game where they've done such a major overhaul they had to basically get you to reinitiate all your recipes. So there's 2 choices here when I log in. One, I could end up in the desert, which means that somebody broke into my base, killed me, and destroyed my bed, and that's how it happens. Or 2, I will have despawned off the map, and when I pop in, I will either be in the location of my old base or inside somebody else's base. So this will be a laugh. We'll find out what happens here right now. We're going to go to PvP, because that's where the server was. We're going to go to favorites. I should still have my favorite there. Connection lost. You must be connected to the PlayStation Network in order to play online. What the fuck are you talking about? I am connected. You dimbuses. Okay, this is weird. Glitches as always. 3830, that was the server I was on. Hello? Alright. Don't pay attention to that ping, that's irrelevant. Basically, Conan Exiles is one of those loyalty games. The people who are playing it really want to play for it. It's not like, it's not what I would call a mall or an arcade type game where you just drop in, do some shit, and leave. Fortnite is an arcade mall game. A mall game is like, you go to the mall, you go into the mall just to hang out, just to chill out, see what's going on, but you find a shop that's like, hey, I'll check that out. You walk in, look around, you might buy something, you might not, you might think it's a piece of shit, waste of time. Conan Exiles is kind of like that now. Yep. Oh, wow. So, I'm still here. And I still have some inventory. And let's see who's on. Jeez. Avengers? Okay, they're still here. They're still here. I don't know who Tut is, and I don't know who GDB is. I refuse to say that name out loud. But, whoa, lag a many. Wow. Yeah, they didn't change much. That's kind of a sadness. All right, we're going to log out. Oh my god. Wait. Wow. Welcome back to late 90s music videos for Industrial. That is wow. Yeah, like I said, this is one of those loyalty games. You got to be a real fan of the IP and of the franchise and of the game itself to be able to want to put up with this kind of bullshit. Which, of course, I'm not going to. So anyway, that's about it, kids. Thanks for stopping by and checking things out. Until next time, let's see if we can get out of here. Maybe that's the whole point. Maybe it's still registering all the shenanigans that I normally did. Nobody really likes this spot. I'm like really the only other person that plays on this spot. I think there's only been like 2 other servers in all the years that I've played this game that somebody actually had built here. Oh my lord. Yeah, we're all kinds of goop. Or all kinds of gooiness. Gloppy, goopy, goop. Bobo. Incredible. Yeah, but I had a whole tavern in there and everything like that. Okay, Shirochi's still here. Shirochi, that's not the name of the Warlock. You can still get the Warlock here. That's kind of neat. Let's see what else. These guys are alright. No one's built around here. Let's check the map and see if anything has gone boom lately. Looking for events where a god was launched. Doesn't look like there's anything here. Okay. These points are where you'd find prisoners in a cage, and you beat the taskmaster, and you take the key and free the prisoner, and they become your follower. So, like I said, the game has gotten to the point where it's been very easy to get back in and play again. Let's check out server events and see what's happened in the last 21 days. Really nothing. Wow. Wow, that's kind of... Yeah, crickets. Let's see, take that off. Take that off, take that off, take that off. That. And let's see what... let's go all the way out. Duh, of course. Never mind. Nothing. Okay, so no one's dropped any things. Nothing there. Nothing there. So it's been longer than 21 days that I've been off. That's kind of cool. All right. Well, I'd say, yeah, thanks for stopping by and checking things out. Like I said, you got to really be a fan of the game if you want to keep playing it. And apparently, it seems like Avengers is still here. They're the only clan that I recognize. I don't know who Tut or GDB is. I recognize the Sumatra and Yugoslavia names. I don't recognize Alias. I think I recognize Sumatra, but that might be because I'm a coffee fan. Anyway, I'm out of here. Till next time, be